Yo, so we're back with the Sluggy Beats podcast. I'm here with a biggest guest so far. We've got Tactics, producer, artist, DJ. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good. Good to have you on. It's if you don't know Tactics, which I imagine you do, but is produced a lot of hits for Bad Boy Chili Crew. We've got like BMW, Don't You Worry About Me. Like many of the big ones in it.
Yep.
Many
more come as well. Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So. I mean, I think it's good to just like sort of dive in and start with like, well, where it started for you, sort of thing, like how you got into music and like when it all started. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I was at a young age. Obviously, it's kind of like from Bradford scene as well. I've lived in Bradford. Grew up in Bradford, and I just really wanted to be a DJ at the time. And I started DJing. Not nothing major. Do you know what I mean? Just playing at local bars or whatever. And I enjoyed it, but ultimately, I wanted to get into more of the production side of things, and that's where I kind of wanted to do it because I wanted to play stuff that other people didn't have.
Yeah.
Bit of exclusivity to my sets.
Right.
And I kind of started delving into that, but I was always in and out, and just sometimes, obviously, other things in life, like take control and play a bigger part, so you can't actually follow that, But I'd probably say good 15 years at least now.
Yeah.
Easily, yeah, probably a bit longer actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long
but
time.
obviously, like I said, I was in and out.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't a full-time thing. I had a different career, a different path.
Right, yeah.
I want always here. So basically, I was like, it was a real hobby for a long time, and it's only started really being serious in the last 4 years. So to speak.
Right, yeah. So that's when it sort of became a full-time thing for you, like 4
Yeah,
years ago.
I think obviously when me and Bad Boy Chiller Crew got together, kind of it naturally turned into that's what it is now. Do you know what I mean? It's not anything else. It is now a job, and you have to now go and create this and do this and that. And I think that was a big step in development as well. For myself and for the lads, obviously, to change it from being a bit of a hobby for myself, personally, just being a music producer, and then changing it into something that now, is seen as a job and work, ultimately.
Yeah, that's mad. So, like, had you made tunes with Bad Boy Chiller Crew sort of before they'd, like, blown up and stuff like that? Or, I don't know what the story is with you guys.
Well, so basically, I'm a long-time friend of Gareth.
Right.
So I've known Gareth before Bad Boy Chiller Crew.
Yeah.
Now, I'd say that I did make a lot more tunes for Bad Boy Chiller Crew probably before some of them that you've heard. Before Don't You Worry About Me, before Get Out My Head, there was stuff that I made for them that probably wasn't heard and didn't get released, but we were just finding our feet and finding the work pattern, collectively what they wanted, and the sound they wanted to achieve, and how I could express myself as well as onto them, and guide them into a sort of a sound.
Yeah.
So I'd say there were a couple of tunes that didn't make it, but probably more so the Get Out My Head, Don't You Worry About Me, they're the kind of first tunes that would say propelled, but there were obviously other tunes before that and probably never seen the light of day, to be fair. It's still on computer now.
Right, yeah. Well, what would you say is like your favourite songs, like, or favourite song you produced for them, like, or is it one that's not even
it's definitely one that I've got, so there's two that I feel definitely, one that's unreleased, that I've co-produced with a guy called Mark Ralph.
All right, yeah.
That's not out yet. That's one of my favourite. The one that's out and that is my favourite, it's Bad Boy Chiller Crew, Stick Around.
All right, yeah.
And it's like, it's not a house tune, it's not a bassline tune. It's just, I'm very expressful in my music. Well, I like to feel that as I am emotionally, and I feel that it's just totally different. And like I say, it's a piano tune. It's very simple, but it's very effective. The lyrics, the content of it all is just. That's my personal favourite.
Yeah. Fair enough. So that's like your favourite from like a music production and like writing sort of.
That's just my favourite, even to listen to.
Yeah. Just
to
your
listen
favourite song in general.
I mean, I like all the other songs that we've produced, you know what I mean? Because they've given me like fond memories in the moment, and maybe we've been in a studio and maybe been having a party and whatnot, and we've fucking, you know, gone and churned out a massive tune, and it's like been wicked, boom.
Yeah.
But then there's been like when I'm driving, say for instance, to London or whatever, I'll sit on there and I'll put stick around in it. It just every time I listen to it, I just feel that is a good song. You know what I mean? Don't matter about the production. I listen to it now as a song.
Yeah.
So I feel that definitely is in a general, from a production side and from like
just all round
an all round listening point as well. Yeah.
What's the first song you sort of made with them, where you were like, fucking hell, like we've got something here, you know what I mean? Or you got a buzz off it, if you know what I mean?
Probably that Get Out My Head.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Get Out My Head. Because obviously at the time I kind of knew that there was something in this track. Unfortunately for us, Shane Codd, he brought a remix out.
Right.
And it went and did massive.
Oh, right, okay.
And we were like kicking ourselves in our...
Yeah.
Basically kicking ourselves a little bit that we should have released it earlier.
Right,
because some tunes that we had done, we might be sat on for like 4 or 5 months, 6 months at a time, maybe even a year.
Right.
Because you have to go through all the process of getting it, you know, like done, mixed, you know, cleared and all that stuff. But we obviously that were a royalty-free vocal, so we thought, we've got a big one here. And then someone released it. It went to, I think he got top 10 at least with it.
Right.
And then we were like, right, that's just really took any chance of us doing our thing on it now.
Yeah,
it took that originality factor away now.
Yeah, yours starts to sound like the remix.
Exactly that. We would then, if we did drop that, which we did, we just dropped it on YouTube, we just dropped it straight away, and it were like, is that actually now the remix of that? Because that's done so well, so to speak. That was the kind of one where I knew we had a big one. And I think, to be fair, that all the music now, at least anyway, kind of, it feels to me definitely that we've got, you know, when I make it, I think like we've got a big one here, we've got something good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just because we've worked together for so long now, and we know kind of what, I know what they want, they know what they want from me, you know what I mean, so to speak. So it's like a good working balanced relationship.
Yeah. How long would you say it took from like meeting them and being in the studio and stuff for you to sort of get like the idea of what sort of where you are wanting to go with it, you know what I mean? Like,
well,
I quite an instant thing?
I think you have to find it quite quick, to be quite honest, because I'd say that like when obviously I've known Gareth before music, before like Bad Boy Chiller Crew, as a friend, and obviously Gareth brought me into the group to say, you know, this guy's here. And then obviously when I met with Kane, Sam, you know what I mean, we just kind of like, it was more trial and error, so to speak. It was like a constant me knowing that this is now going to go somewhere, but I have to keep trying to find what's the right thing to take it to there. Yeah. So it was constantly a process of making a track. It might have been half all right, in a demo state, so to speak. Send it to boys, not that good. And then it's how I recepted the information of how well they received the track. So if they message me and go, that's fucking sick, that's amazing, I would know, right, that's what they liked from that track. Yeah. Then I move forward and I try piecing it up from bit by bit by bit by bit. I might have sent them, say, for instance, in a month, 40 demos, say, for instance, or 20 demos, tune a day. Yeah. Out of them tune a day, by the end of that month, so this is probably more comes down to sort of answer, but like, I'd say that going through them demos, you've got a few weeks, a couple of months, and by that, I felt I knew kind of what path they wanted to go down and what sort of path that I wanted to go down with them. I think that you've got a kind of, I was going down that path, so to speak, they were going down that path, we both came together, found the sound, so to speak, and then went down the path collectively, do you know what I mean? Because I guided them as well as them guiding me, if that made sense. It was sort of like meeting in the middle of what you kind of, and I think that and I think that you have to be very opinionated as well, so to speak. You know, if they feel that something's right or wrong, you know, they'll be very vocal and tell me that. Yeah. And likewise, if I feel that in the room something's right or something's wrong, or you know, no, you need to do this because of this. This is the musical side of it, and this is that, and explain it. That's where the working balance starts to meet, and I feel like that once you have that understanding and that working relationship, I feel like, and you're able to criticize people, and not just people, but work techniques and flow, and maybe constructive criticism is what I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
So
yeah.
not criticise, but constructive
Yeah.
criticism. When you can learn to have that conversation back and forth, I think that's when artist, producer really build a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's where, when you get that, you can literally, then you're free to talk about anything and advise on
Yeah.
anything or feel about, because like I say, music's all about emotions and feeling. That's
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
I feel about it anyway. And you need to be able to express that, you know what I mean? And do that collectively as a team.
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever had, like, I don't want to say fallouts, but like a bit of disagreements, like when you feel really passionate that, like,
100%.
yeah, something really needs to be in there?
And this goes back to more so what I was saying about, you have to be able to have them conversations.
Yeah.
If I say to that, not for instance, I don't say this is a hit, this is this is that, you need to do this, you need to do that. I say, boys, trust me, this is the one.
Yeah.
This is a hit.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I said,
Yeah.
and you could be like, I can bet houses on this, I can do this on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know, you make it like that. It's I think it's the way you approach the conversation is what I
Yeah.
would say. If you go in and say, fucking hell, you don't know what you're doing, man, you're fucking stupid, then
Yeah.
obviously
the wrong
that's
way to go about
confrontational
it.
straight away,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Whereas if you go in there and go, boys, this is the one, and they go,
Yeah.
what about this part? And then I've actually sometimes gone, well, actually, he's got a valid point. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
then I've gone back and thought, wow, I could change that, and then changed it in some way, shape or form. I mean, that project that's up there on computer, I mean,
Yeah.
that's demo, sent it there, and straight away Kane's already said to me, he said, the drum, I want the drum to hit harder, I want this to do this, I want this to do that.
Yeah.
And it's just about, that now is just like a common ground that we always
Yeah.
find, you know what I mean? It's just feedback on a track, and
Yeah.
we have had like, I won't say arguments, but
Yeah,
I've been, I think that's another thing as well, having confidence in the ability and your
Yeah.
ability.
Yeah.
I mean, I know when I know a track's being made good because it'll make my hairs stand up.
Yeah.
And that feeling that you get is one that you know when
Yeah,
you know, do
yeah.
you know what I mean? So I feel like it's not disagreements, but definitely I've had where they might not be on the same wavelength as me, but I also might not be on the same wavelength as them. But you know, it's all about the end result. You know, and you can go back and forth so many times, and ultimately, if you get that end result, that's all that matters.
No, yeah, definitely. How much like sort of involvement do you have from the label and sort of their opinions of how they sort of want your sound, or how you want how they want you sort of come across? Like, do they give much like input on that, or do they sort of let you pretty freely do?
Well, they have obviously, every label has A&Rs, and they have people obviously that, you know, they obviously have very big meetings from analysts that analyse what's doing well on social media. They've got, you know, they know what, you know, most of them kind of know what arrangements that are doing well, what structure's doing well, what's actually doing well musically, what the fans are wanting, because ultimately the label are there to give the fans what the fans want, and make sure that the artist is also, like I said, steered on the path to achieving the right thing. So I mean, look, I've had many a times where I've had screaming and shouting because I feel I know what's right, and then they've been going, no, trust me, this is right. And sometimes it can be down to changing a drum pattern, changing a bit of the arrangement, changing a bit of structure. Excuse me, maybe adding the mates that may take that chorus out there, finish like this, or start a lot quicker on the intro. So there is quite a detailed feedback. There is quite a detailed feedback, because they don't just give you the free run, but they do to a degree. Yeah, if that makes sense. They'll say, I'll make a load of tunes and I'll send these to the label, and then obviously they'll go, this is amazing. Yeah, but it's missing this. Yeah, and it comes down again to just the working relationship. I think that's part and parcel now. That is just like a standard procedure that you go through. Yeah. You go through, you're making the tune, the demos, the A&Rs, then you'll go through the mixes, and then you go, oh, we might change this, and then you'll have a shorter mix for radio, you'll have a clean mix for TV, you'll have a TV instrumental, you know, and it's just like knowing all this. I didn't know all this until I started working with labels and stuff. So there is a big collective structured approach to getting to the end goal. From everyone collectively. Yeah,
it's like a big system.
Yeah, it is. It's not just we make a tune and put it out there. It's not. It don't work like that. And that's just how the industry is.
Yeah. What sort of like? I mean, I know like probably for like a lot of rappers and MCs and stuff like that. Like, they'll always be going, I just need to blow up and get a record deal and stuff like that. But would you say that record deal is always the way to go, or do you think sometimes there's a lot of benefit in being independent?
I would genuinely say that it's all about your personal circumstances in your life.
Yeah.
That's my honest opinion. If you can get a good deal from a major record label, one thing that a major record label will do is open a lot of doors for you.
Yeah.
You know, you might, for instance, now, you know, the people that I'm working in a room with, you know, I would have never have thought to this day that I'd be in the room working with them.
Yeah.
And that is more so down to, you know, the label, making them connections, having them contacts. Would you have been able to do that independently?
Yeah.
So,
like,
yes,
yeah,
you might, you may, I feel like as long as you've got a good relationship and you've got a good legal team around you to look at your contracts, I genuinely think that with a major label, they can open a lot of doors for you.
Yeah.
And Naughty Boy said it to me, but it's your network is your net worth.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, the amount of times that people, you know, you can meet in a session through the label, through the major label, and then that person can introduce you to that person, and all of a sudden you're in a session with that person, and it's like, wow, that was just over a couple of phone calls, and I don't think you'd get that independently. So I say independently has its pluses because you can just release music whenever you want.
Yeah.
Which is a plus, you know what I mean? But you know, I'm signed to Relentless, you know, major deal, major record label, and I just made sure that my deal was tailored best for both parties, and I were happy with that, and they were happy with that, and it works for me. So you know, there's it's all good for me, and like I say, it's both pros and cons to it both. So yeah.
I think definitely, like, as a producer, getting in with a label is gonna open doors to new artists and 100%, like
because
that.
Even now, like, there's other artists on other labels that are doing stuff, and say, for instance, I can be approached now from the label and say, so-and-so's just dropped this tune, they've asked you to do a remix.
Yeah.
And I would have never probably got that opportunity being independent.
Yeah.
So it's a good for me to earn a bit of money on that side of it, because I can do a remix, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't really. I'm that busy as well in my own in our own journey that I don't really want to be doing other remixes and you know productions and stuff like that, because, like I said, I'm on the hunt for 100 tunes by October. So it's just one of them that, you know what I mean. But like I say, it's one of them where they can really open doors for you, and I feel that's a massive benefit me from what major labels can 100%.
Offer. 100%. I mean, speaking of labels, you've started your own, aren't you? Afterparty Records,
so
is that right?
Afterparty Records, yeah. So basically, I felt like just having like the knowledge of the industry now, obviously being from Bradford, obviously being a producer as well, I thought that, you know, the level of quality I can churn out, so to speak, you know, would be quite good. And I hopefully we can help, obviously, because it's my label with the lads. It's all our label collectively.
Right, yeah.
So there's obviously the four of us. We can write songs, we can produce songs, we can get songs mixed at the highest level, because we've made them connections now with people through the label, you know what I mean? So we've made them connections. So it's like, I felt as well that a lot of people, young artists, MCs, rappers, they would feel a lot more comfortable, probably not move a balaclava on, but they would probably feel a bit more comfortable if myself, you know, were saying, I'll take care of you and I'll look after that tune, I'll produce that tune for you and I'll make sure it's mixed at the highest level. Yeah. You know, and give them that quality that they are, you know, getting. But it's also about the development of the artist. Yeah. I don't just want to say, oh, we'll take a tune off you. I'd like to, you know, collectively with me and the Bad Boy Chiller crew saying, you know, oh, we think this artist is good. We've done it with Mason Hancock now. And, you know, we've said to him, you know, we've said, look, we'll help you out. Yeah. You know, we'll make the tunes for you. Yeah. We'll help you in the writing stages. Yeah. We'll get it mixed by top engineers. Yeah. And it'll help you. We'll give you proper music videos. Yeah. And I think that a lot of people will want to do that. A lot of artists, well, I would like to feel as well anyway, that they would like to do that, because, like you say, it's more family I would like to feel it be more family orientated and very one-on-one, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you're getting
yeah.
a good level of quality, you're getting everything, whereas if you went to a major label, which I'm not saying that it's not a good thing, which it has for me, but like you're just a major label, they're not going to give you, you know, what we're going to give you, this togetherness. You know, there's going to be the boys helping you out on the writing, there's going to be me on the production, like I say, and it's just helping as well and developing that artist. And if they can see what we've done and take a little bit off that, you know what I mean, and do that and help them, you know, that's and the ultimate goal for me is like to help them and realistically, you know, get them signed to a major label. But I feel like a lot of artists now don't have the dedicated producer that's willing to give it all up and work with them. You know, and that comes down to just like people obviously believing in visions and dreams, and the vision and dreams that we think is there's a lot of artists that we know from Bradford, Leeds, wherever, you know. Just in general, obviously, that are trying to do a similar thing that what Bad Boy Chiller Crew had done. So we thought, we'll set this label up, we can help people like that. You know? And that's what it's about, really. So, hopefully it's just a start, you know what I mean, now. But in fact, it's only been up, it's only been running for a few months, but I'm just trying to get, you know, Mason's releases done. And then once we've got, obviously, Mason's releases, we've obviously looking at, you know, other artists. We obviously have booked to Scorps, he's a good friend of mine. You know what I mean? I said I'll help him out, you know what I mean? And, you know, with writing, production, getting his tunes to that level. And just, hopefully we can just create a bit of a you know, a family-orientated bit of a record label. It's just, you know what I mean? Give everyone what people want.
No, it sounds like a good project, and I definitely think there's like that gap, because there's only really like Bad Boy Chiller Crew that are sort of up there in that sort of genre, isn't there?
Well, I think that's the thing. I think we've pioneered a bit of a sound.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think a lot of people, it's given people a bit of, how do I say it, a bit of optimism and a bit of courage to go be themselves and be the rapper or the producer that they wanted to be. And you know what I mean? And if we can bring people through and bring people to the limelight, so to speak, and, you know, get them the recognition that, you know, some of them deserve, then winner. Do you know, it's one of them, innit? It's good things, you know what I mean? So
I definitely think, like, even from like being at my studio and talking to a lot of rappers and MCs, like, amount of people that have said, like, oh, if Bad Boy Chiller Crew have, you know, just like some lads from Bradford, they've managed to get to where they are, like, why can't I, sort of thing. So
just in answer to that, though, I think, like, you've got, like, in that team of us, myself and the boys, you've got me that's literally, I know my role within that. And mine is the producer, you know, to make the music. You know, you have obviously the comedy aspect of it, which people, other artists don't have that.
No, it's very unique,
A lot of people that know Bad Boy Chiller Crew have known them for making prank videos online, being comedy, which played a massive part in the lads. You've got to understand, I feel like, as well, it's a big point that the lads probably blew up in lockdown when we were a bit unhappy times. And doing these funny videos and being, you know, pranking each other and, you know, being silly, as well as having the fun factor. People were relating to that.
Definitely.
Because people were in unhappy times then. And we kind of propelled from that, you know, so to speak. And obviously it goes hand in hand, the comedy, the writing. So the writing that the boys do is unbelievable, do you know what I mean? Like, it plays hand in hand. You've got all pieces of the puzzle, so to speak, and I feel that's what we brought together.
It's all about, like, having a good team and coming together to make that final product that people 100%. Love. And
100%.
Yeah, definitely. So what's your plans with, like, the label this year then? Like, are you looking for more artists, or you know, or are you just focusing on the, like, Mason Hancock and stuff like that?
No, so obviously we can't. Obviously, I'm really busy as well with the Bad Boy Chiller Crew, and we're obviously going here, there, and everywhere. But we said that we want to be basically, you know, it's more so we know people that have got some sort of talent there, and it's all about nurturing that. But we're not going to be able to sign 15 artists. It's just not going to happen, because I can't produce for 15 other artists. But what I am starting to do is I'm starting to, like, develop artists in a way that, obviously, like Mason, Yorkshire Boy, was not produced by me.
Right.
Yorkshire Boy were produced by my friend Scott
Right.
and Jamie Enigma dubs. So basically, they both produced Yorkshire Boy,
Yeah.
but that were through me being
Yeah.
in contact with Scott.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
So
You put
were
it together.
Yeah, so I basically said to Mason, I said, look, I can't maybe do that for you, but I've done his next single and his third single.
Yeah.
But it's like, if say, for instance, there's a few more artists that come, I'd like to say we could get another 5 artists at least by end of this year.
Yeah.
That'd be the aim anyway for me
Yeah.
personally. And if we can develop them, you know, I can put them in rooms with producers that I know that are at a high level.
Yeah.
Get them to the videos that they need to have.
Yeah, yeah.
Get them into believing into their own vision and their own dream and showing them that we've done it.
Yeah.
Trust the process, so to speak, and, you know, it can happen for you.
Yeah, yeah.
But obviously, like I said, I want to do that for, you know, more people who I know who have been in it a long time, and there's just haven't had the fundamental
opportunity.
the fundamental. I don't think the fundamental building blocks.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't had a dedicated like team around them.
Yeah.
And I feel like us being in this industry, we can definitely give them that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is not like an invite for all MCs to go and start messaging you and like.
No, do you know what it is? If
like,
you can send it.
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
can.
But what is it that like? And because I know there'll be a lot of MCs and that watching this and obviously want to get like into record label and get involved and stuff like that. So what is it that like your advice would sort of be to them to sort of do what they can to get into that position, or like what you'd be looking for, you know, when you're sort of hearing these artists? Or?
Yeah, I kind of feel like if you definitely believe that you've got something there, and you believe in yourself, I'd feel like, and you've got to have ambition and drive.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you can't be. I would like to say you can't be as an artist half-hearted. You're either fully in or you're fully out.
Yeah.
So if you've got that, you know, and you believe in yourself and you've got the drive and determination,
yeah,
you know, let the other people be the judge of the music.
Yeah.
Don't be the judge of the music yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I can tell you I've got the best. Like I said earlier, I think I think sometimes I've got the biggest hit in the world. You don't know it's a hit until it's a hit, or you don't know what the people want. So you just have to put music out there. It's as simple as that. Finish music, put it out there, and like I say, if you've got drive, determination, hard work, that will open a lot of doors for you. Yeah, yeah, well, most definitely. So like I say, that's more the key factors of what I would want to see in anyone. When they potentially see the music, I will look at them, see are they working hard, are they you know, are they doing their thing, are they crafting their thing, you know what I mean? And then okay, let me listen to the music, and then, you know, from there. But ultimately, a lot of artists don't end up finishing music, and not putting it out there, because they overthink it, they don't think it's good enough, or whatever, not for whatever reasons. But my honest advice would be, like I say, work hard, have the drive, determination, and just keep putting music out there, because it will go. People see it, because trust me, I look and I see what people are doing. So if I'm doing that, and I know that I do that in front of other big producers and big artists, and they do that. Yeah. So it's the world is watching, so to speak. You know what I mean? People have eyes on you. So just do your thing. Yeah. And be confident, man. Be confident. Yeah. You don't know who like the next person could be to look at your next music video or whatever. And it's like it can change in a day. Honestly, it can change in a day. It's like nowadays, if you blow up on TikTok, you know, it's like you blow up on TikTok, all of a sudden everyone wants to sign you. You know what I mean? So it's like that's where I feel sometimes that labels are being a bit impulsive. Right, and just going off and saying, oh, he's blown up on TikTok, he's got that many views, let's go sign him. Yeah. Whereas actually, what has he done before that? Let's look at his catalogue. Let's look at his work. Is he consistent? Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's where I would look as well. I would look at a broader horizon. And I'm not saying that labels don't do that. I might be being judgmental there, but I feel that that's what I would do, and how I would look at it anyway. No, yeah, I definitely agree with you on that point, because like you do get them artists that have sort of like blown up on TikTok, and then they'll drop that one song that blew up, but then they won't be out. They'll have got some money and blown it all, and then they can't be bothered to put in the work to keep writing and keep working. And I always feel like, for me personally, or the lads, I would have said that one of the hardest things what we would have had to deal with is if we did blow up off one song. Yeah. I don't think that genuinely we've blown up off one song. Well, I know we haven't.
Yeah,
to be quite honest. It's always been we've worked hard and we've had a collection of 1 tune, 2 tune, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
We didn't just blow up off one song. You know what I mean? We did. It's been consecutive work.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you do blow up off one song, amazing.
Yeah.
But it's going to be hard to follow that up.
Yeah, it's hard to get bigger and better each time.
And if you do follow it up and you smash it with another big hit, then you know you're something special. You've smashed it there, and that fair play. Do you know what I mean? And but I feel like that's probably one of the worst things that you could happen if you smash it off one tune and then you go big off one tune. It's like the follow up. It's just that pressure on you then. Yeah,
100%. It must be hard. Where do you sort of like this? Like you said, Bad Boy Chiller Crew sort of opened this door to this new sort of sound and like got it in the charts and stuff. So like, where do you sort of see this sound going over the next few years? Like, do you think it's going to be around for ever, or you know what I mean?
I feel as in like the rap music and stuff. It's very, very, very driven in a certain topic. I see it as quite violent or whatever not, and I feel like dance music just in general, not just organ, house or bass line. I feel like it's a feel-good music in it. It makes you just feel good. And I feel like, especially in the times that we've been living in over the last few years, people just want to forget their problems now. And they just want to feel good about life again, and, you know, and they just want to enjoy themselves and go out and, you know, people at a weekend, they're forgetting the problems, you know, and they want to enjoy themselves. But I kind of feel like as long as you've got people that just want to feel good, it'll always be in there. Do you know what I mean? Bassline's been around for years, so it's only just come to light realistically in terms of pop. But what you would consider pop now, it's not really bassline neither. It's like an hybrid of bassline and organ and pop and rap all mixed together. Do you know what I mean?
You
So
get
it's
it all
like
together.
a hybrid, so to speak. But I feel like you've just got to be as well. I feel like this is why as well with Bad Boy Chiller Crew, what we've done well is we haven't just stuck to, you know, the organs tunes. We've like obviously had the BMW, we've had Rains It Pours, we've had Skank All Night, which is a heavily predominant, you know, Sandy B bass line, you know. It's having that versatility, you know, to so to speak, that you can delve into other genres and test the waters. Like our biggest song that we had is BMW. It's not even a bass line tune, it's not even an organ tune, do you know? But then Rains It Pours did well, do you know what I mean? So I mean it's just I think like you gotta test the market and go back to what I was saying about you don't know what's a hit until it's a hit, so just make it all. That's how I feel anyway. We make garage, we make Stick Around, my favourite song. It's not even a bass line tune, it's not even a rap tune, it's not even a dance tune. It's literally a piano song. So I mean like I feel it'll be round, definitely. Because ultimately people always want to forget shit times, and they do that by listening to feel good music.
I definitely agree with you. That it's definitely feel good music. Like these producers making like drill and stuff every day, like or rapping drill or whatever. Like I don't know how you can do that every day because I just feel
in fairness, I can't always make bass line every day. I can't, and that's why I make tunes like I say, Stick Around. I make tunes like I've made this one there that's called Heartbeat, and it's just a soundscapey, ambient type of song that's not even, you know, bass line, not even house. It's like a hybrid. It's like a hybrid breakbeat garage. So it's just, and I think that you have to do that as well to be like creatively stimulating.
Definitely.
If that makes you know sense. You can't. You're making house drums every day. I'll be sick to death of hearing that 909 kick. You know what I mean? You know that's how it'll just be.
Well, what's your sort of like system for like writing / producing a track? Like, how do you like start it out, or do you switch it up?
I definitely switch it up. Like I said to you, there's many a times where I've been in the studio and I've literally gone into the studio and I've made a track in an hour, and it's like boom, it's just flowed out of me. It's just been amazing, and it's just like worked. Every sample that I've touched or put in place has been the exact sample that I want, and it's been in the it's just been perfect fit. This project here, I literally looking for a vocal for 3.5 hours. And it's just sometimes I'll start making the drums. Sometimes I'll have the vocal on its own and I'll make everything around my vocal. Sometimes I'll literally just I'll have a riff. I'll get a riff like the Skank All Night was. It started off with a Sandy B bass line, boop, 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 and it was just that. Then we developed it from the riff and the melody.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just different, and I think you have to switch it up to keep it interesting.
Yeah.
Because if you do the same techniques, the same way, the same time, you're just gonna get bored.
Yeah, definitely.
That's how I feel anyway, and it comes to the same sort of sense with. Excuse me. Too much water there. It comes to sort of same sense like I was getting at in the production techniques side of things. You know, I'm always trying to look at not what just the go-to synthesizer is, or the effect, the audio effect, or any processing that I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'm actually trying new techniques and new VSTs, new plugins. And trying to build a bit of that's different to that, because ultimately I just feel like the moment and the feeling of the track helps dictate where you want it to go, kind of thing, and that's where you can start being adventurous within a project. You know what I mean? So I think just doing that, and even when I don't, I just go out around my room and I start cleaning up my studio when it's not working. Just little things like knowing what to do and knowing when to take a break and like I say, that day I was looking for a vocal for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
That didn't fit any drums. I went away, had some food, come back, found a vocal in 15 minutes, finished the track in an hour.
Yeah.
It's just about sometimes resetting as well, and
knowing the process.
Every day's a different day as well. Like I say, you know what I mean? I could come in here tomorrow and make a tune in 40 minutes, an hour. I could come in tomorrow and make a tune in 9 hours. You've just got to. I'm nicking Mark Ralph's line here, but you've got to have higher chances of creating probability of having a hit. And the only way you do that is by being in the studio more. Yeah. You've just got to work hard. I'm in here every single day. When I'm not in here, I'm at a show, or we're doing something on the road, or even when I travelled out of London on train, it's on laptop.
Yeah, making songs. Yeah.
It's just, and it might not work then, but as soon as I get into London, I might go, boom, something's happened. You know what I mean? It's just, if I make, like I said, I'm on the hunt for 100 tunes in October. Yeah. I'm going to need an album. Yeah. So I'm going to need 20 of them songs to be hits.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good...
Do you know what I mean? So I've got 80.
Good way to look at it.
That's what I mean. But if I only made 20 tunes, the probability is a lot less then of all them being hits in it. So I think like this, quantity will make quality. Yeah. Is that what you are, more of a quantity? Well... Obvious, like you say, like the more you make, the more chance you've got, aren't you? That's 100%, and I think you've just got to have that. Like it comes back that again about working hard. Yeah, and like I say, when I'm now at a level where I'm speaking and interacting with producers at a high level. Yeah, they all have had tunes that have just been scrapped. Yeah, and have not made the cut. Yeah, and you have to go. It's just about some producers might be able to do it in 3 tunes. Yeah, some might be able to do it in 7. Yeah, but you have to create, so to speak, 6 shit ones to get that one big one. Yeah, but if that big one's a hit, them 6 don't matter because the hit's a hit. Yeah, you know what I mean. And everyone's celebrating. Then so I feel like but them 6 don't take nothing away from them because they've been part of the journey to get you to the 7, or it might be the 3 or whatever you've done. You know what I mean? So it's just creating that, increasing that probability. What I would say of having the hit. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even mention at the beginning of the video, but we are sat in your studio basically here. Like, I'm sure people have worked it out now, but like, is this sort of where most of the songs are made? Like, you'll sort of make them here, and then like the boys will come over and start demoing it and stuff like that. So a bit of a process. Sometimes it'll be Kane or someone will send me a loop or an idea. We've got a group on WhatsApp and we just literally back and forth with ideas there. I'll literally obviously come straight in here and I'll be like, right, I'm going to develop this. But say for instance, if they're not doing something on a day, or they're doing something else other than music, I'll still be in here because this is where I am every single day doing my job and my craft, so to speak. But like obviously you've got laptop there. Laptop's plugged in. Yeah, I'll basically, like I said, it's different all the time. Sometimes I'll have an idea and I'll develop an idea and make the full track and then send them a track and say, I've just made a right tune, mate. And then they'll go, oh, send us it. And then I'll send it. But then sometimes it'll work the other opposite way. They'll be in a car on the motorway and then they'll be like, mate, we've just been listening to this tune on radio. What a fucking tune this is. And it'll be a 90s song off smooth radio.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or an old rave tune or an old song, and that will then turn into, I know what they want from that, and then I'll come in when, and then I'll work on it, and it's just it's kind of different, but it's kind of not as well. It's a constant. I go there and back and forth. They send me, I send them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's cool how it all works. We have to roll a bit of B-roll of the studio while you're talking about that, and
100%. Go through equipment,
plaques up and everything, isn't there? Like there's a BMW plaque over there, and Don't You Worry About Me and everything.
Got that tune at week there, Rains It Pours. That got tune at week. I got hottest record in world as well. Yeah, that's crazy. You got the little charts thing, is that? Camera. number one dance thingy. No, yeah. So obviously, the album went to number 2 in UK.
Right. Yeah.
Disrespectful, but it actually went to number 1 in dance charts.
All right.
So that's obviously presented to myself for the number 1 album in the dance charts.
It says presented to Tactics, but we'll have to get a close up after. But some crazy stuff in here. Well, what's like? How long have you been in the studio?
Probably about 6 months now.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has there been any songs sort of released that have been made in here? Or not? Not yet.
Not
pending.
I'm trying to think of what last release for. I don't even know. No. I think not from here. That goes back to what I was saying to you about how long it actually
it takes.
From making it to actually, it coming out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, I've got tunes that are on this album that are coming out that I have made 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
But obviously now, as you develop anyway, as in like as a producer, you obviously implement new techniques, and you get better at your craft.
Yeah.
So I'm always constantly now. I mean, there's stuff on the next album that I'm making. Obviously, the album that's coming out soon.
Yeah.
I'm already making the album after that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But the album after that, I've got tunes that I made from 2 years ago that I'm now revisiting.
Right.
Revamping.
Yeah.
Putting a fresh new twist on it, so to speak. So this is why I always say make the music, because I've got a tune that's called Not Gonna Lie.
Yeah.
And literally, we're getting Professor Green, I can name drop him, but we're getting Professor Green to come up on it. Yeah. But it's not happened at the minute.
Yeah.
But we're literally waiting because we know that tune needs to have him on. But that tune was made, years ago in another studio.
Yeah.
But I've still developed it quite lately.
Yeah.
So I've implemented new techniques and new bits of arrangement and structure on it now.
Yeah.
To suit like today's sort of where we want it to be today.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, yeah, very good. I think we've got a lot of been going for a while there, haven't we? Got a lot of good info, but I think we'll finish it up with just like what's sort of the plans for Tactics for the future, like this year, and like I don't know, just what's in store basically.
Just in plans general, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got obviously I signed a deal with Relentless, which is obviously the label that the boys are with as well.
Yeah.
That's obviously with Sony. I've got a release coming out on the 3rd of February called The Next Night. I think this is it's a massive tune.
Yeah.
It's my first one that defines myself kind of as an artist.
Right.
I've got a second one coming out a few months after that. Just waiting for a few clearances and stuff like that, because obviously there's still all that aspect in it. If it's ever a sample or vocals. But yeah, I feel like I'm just going to try to define myself as an artist, but more so I want to be more so known as a prolific, producer of making, top 40s, top 10s.
Yeah.
I want that. I'm celebrating every kind of milestone that I am making, the number one dance day, the plaques.
Yeah.
I'm celebrating them moments, but ultimately they're just making me have that more hunger to go and achieve a greater step next time. So I just want to be, like I say, I want to develop my sound. I want my sound, and most importantly as well, I want my sound to make people feel good as well, man. I don't want to, I want to spread joy through music. And if I can do that, and if that's what I'm here to do, then that's what I'll do. So yeah, just basically define the sound, spread joy through music, and see what the public want, because that's what it matters. You know what I mean? I don't know yet. I could say I've got a big tune, but it might be a flop.
Yeah, you never know. With music, but yeah. Thank you very much for coming on. If anybody wants to check out, the song when it drops, it'll be.
Yeah.
But follow him on Instagram, Tactics Producer,
Tactics
is it?
Producer, yeah.
Yeah,
Tactics
and then
Producer.
you'll be able to keep updated with it all. And yeah, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you, bro. Thank you very much.